Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Insider Financial Talks Penny Stocks. My name is Alex Carlson. I will be your host today. I am the editor-in-chief of InsiderFinancial.com, and today we're going to be discussing 88 Energy, EEENF on the OTC markets. But before we get into that, we have a few housekeeping issues to go over. We have no business relationship with any company whose stock is mentioned in this video. Insider Financial and myself are not investment advisors, and this video does not provide investment advice. Always do your own research, make your own investment decisions, or consult with your nearest financial advisor. This video is not a solicitation or recommendation to buy, sell, or hold securities. This video is our opinion and meant for informational, educational purposes only and does not provide investment advice. For more information, please read our full disclaimer at insiderfinancial.com/disclaimer. And with that out of the way, remember to smash the thumbs up button if you like this video, hit the red subscribe button and the little notification bell to be notified when we go live with a new video. Also, remember to go over to signup.insiderfinancial.com. This is where subscribers get first look at stocks we're going to be covering, stocks like MMMEDF at 63 cents, ABML at 6 cents, ALPP at 7.5 cents, HMBL at 0.027, and today's stock 88 Energy at just 1.5 cents. After you sign up with your email, you can then sign up with your mobile number. For the US and Canada, you enter 1 plus your area code and number. UK, it would be 44 plus your number. Switzerland, 41 plus your number. Never use 0 to start at the beginning. So if you enter 00 and then the country code or your number, it won't work. And with that out of the way, let's dive right in here. We talked about 88 Energy on March 13th when the stock was just 1.5 cents. We said that it was a fresh play that was just starting to get noticed. You could see what happened, EEENF turned into a runner after what happened with MDMP. This was a stock that moved over 2,000% in just 5 days, has since backed down to 10 cents and making another run up the charts here. But MDMP is nowhere near the potential of EEENF, and we'll tell you why. But first of all, oil and gas have come back. Prices have come back. Oil's back over $61 on WTI. That's positive for the energy sector. And once MDMP, the reason I'm talking about that is that when you get a stock that runs 20-fold, you got investors going and looking for other plays that could run just as fast. And this is what we do at Insider Financial. We know markets trend. We know sector analysis. We scan through hundreds of OTC stocks each week, looking for the best alerts for our subscribers. And the key to making money in OTC stocks is getting in before the crowd. Finding the momentum before it happens, and then be patient. You have to be positioned before the big move happens, because if not, you're just chasing and you can get chopped up in the intraday moves. We got our subscribers in. We have a great history here. We got our subscribers in early on HMBL last year, ALPP last year. They're sitting on over, gains of over 5,000% in ALPP, over 13,000% in Humble. So, there's always opportunities in these markets. I know a lot of people are looking at a sea of red right now. I've been preaching over and over again. You can go and watch any of my YouTube channels. Guys, take money off the table. Don't get greedy. You want to be booking profits on these runs and then using that cash to buy dips. If you didn't take money off the table in these plays that ran, you only have yourself to blame. But again, don't beat yourself up about it. It's all about learning to earn. The more you learn, the more you will earn in this business. I've been doing it almost 30 years, and I understand that there's going to be hiccups along the way, but you have to stay at it and focus on this as a business. And if you do that, learn to book profits where you can. You're going to build your P&L. But what we really like, this 88 Energy, we really think this could be one of the biggest runners of 2021. Humble was the big runner last year, but 88 Energy has just as much potential, if not more. The history of 88 Energy is in November 2014, they entered into a binding agreement with Burgundy Exploration to acquire a significant working interest in a large acreage position on a multiple objective liquid-rich exploration opportunity onshore Alaska in the project known as the Project Icewine. The gross acreage has expanded to about 480,000 contiguous acres, which are about 310,000 net to the company. The project is located in an all-year operational access road with both conventional and unconventional oil potential. The primary term for the state lease is 10 years with no mandatory relinquishment and a low 16.5% royalty. In our article, we got a video here that gives the history of the project, goes into the technical details of the formation. If you're big into understanding more about 88 Energy, I highly recommend you take a look at that video. And last month, everything that we're talking about with 88 Energy concerns the Merlin 1 well. This was spud last month and is targeting 645 million barrels. The wireline logging at Merlin 1 will commence shortly. There's a second well, Harrier 1. This is planned to be drilled in 2022, next year, and this is targeting 417 million barrels of oil. So right between these two wells, targeting 1 billion barrels. That's billion with a B. That tells you, the potential that is here with 88 Energy. And what's significant about the Merlin and Harrier prospects is that they're located on near an existing discovery in the same play type, the Nanushuk top sets. We see this as de-risking the project considerably, and this is resulting in a very high independently estimated geologic chance of success. So likelihood of success is very, very, very high. So that's why we really, really like this play. So far, the preliminary results are coming in better than anticipated. An independent geologist said the find could be significant because it would show that an oil-bearing regional geological formation where discoveries have previously been made is larger than thought. So there are independent geologists saying that management might even be conservative with their 1 billion barrel estimate. Managing Director Dave Wall said, whilst there is still work to do to confirm a discovery, the results to date are encouraging, and we look forward to providing an additional update on the wireline program in 7 to 10 days. This was last week. We got Easter weekend, so we're anticipating before the end of the week that we'll know much more details. And 88 Energy has been great about putting out operational updates. So this is a completely transparent company, and this is why this is a must-own in this space. 88 Energy, what they're saying, they found oil at multiple intervals in the Merlin 1, but a significant oil column was detected in a target zone in the Nanushuk. And this is, extending across the eastern NPRA, where other discoveries have been made. Two of these discoveries are now in development: the ConocoPhillips Willow discovery north of the Merlin well, and Pika, a find on the state line's east that's being developed by New Guinea-based Oil Search. These are both in the nanoshook and are targeted for production by 2026. ConocoPhillips and Oil Search say their discoveries are now estimated to hold several 100 million barrels of recoverable oil. ConocoPhillips has also made a discovery at West Willow, a few miles west of Willow, and an apparent find at Harpoon, a few miles to the southwest. So everywhere they're drilling, they're hitting oil. So this tells you that this is indeed a rich prospect. In the Umiat field, 88 Energy has also satisfied the conditions to complete its acquisition of this field. This is a historic oil discovery made in 1945 by the U.S. Navy that is adjacent to leases held where the Merlin well was drilled. 11 appraisal wells were drilled by the Navy and a private company, but the Umiat was never commercially developed. 88 Energy, they cemented and plugged old wells to satisfy U.S. Bureau of BLM terms when it acquired the two federal releases, which cover over 17,000 acres. The Umiat 5 flowed 268 barrels per day on a 3-month test, and Umiat 8 had a peak flow rate of 5.9 million cubic feet of natural gas during a 4-day test. Little work was done until 2013-2014 when Link Energy drilled 2 wells. Umiat 23H was tested with a maximum flow rate of 800 barrels per day and a sustained flow of 200 barrels per day. Doing a deep dive on the valuation, the company's current cash position stands at 13 million US, which is more than enough to fund its share of drilling the Merlin 1 as well as other planned activities. What we like, in addition to everything going on with the geological assessment, is if you look at the shareholder list, it's a who's who of big names. And they control 36% of the company, which means there's a lot of smart money betting on 88 Energy. You got Hargraves Lansdowne. This is a big mutual fund company out of the UK. If you are from the UK, you know these guys. They're a household name, and they invest in the hottest and upcoming plays. They would be familiar, very similar to ARK Investment, Cathy Wood. So they are sort of the ARK of the UK. You got also Interactive Investor Services, Barclays, HSBC, HSDL, CEO Mr. David James Wall. He's got 120 million shares. Citicorp, JP Morgan. So, you know, all the big names have got positions in 88 Energy. We talk here a little bit about there's some confusion as to what the current structure is for OTC investors. The easiest way to explain it is, okay, this is hot copper, which would be, this is like the iHub for Australia. And on the ASX, which is the main listing for 88 Energy, it's got them having a market cap of 914 million Australian dollars. And, you know, that would put the valuation about US 695 million. So this means that there's approximately 10 billion shares outstanding, doing the math. So, you know, in doing a simple back of the napkin math, 1 billion barrels of oil at $60 is 60 billion, you know, on 10 billion, you know, shares outstanding, that gives 88 Energy, you know, a valuation of $6. You know, but even if the company's estimates are way off, which we see no reason why they are, and there's only, you know, let's say 100 million barrels in the ground, which would be 10% of the company estimates, you'd be looking at a share price of 60 cents. So either way, for you know, a nickel right now, you could be buying, you know, 60 cents, $6, or, you know, if you know, management, if it's found that they've been conservative with their estimates, you know, you could be looking at a share price north of $10. And that's why we titled this article, you know, nickels, dimes, quarters, dollars. So, you know, we're already at a nickel on 88 Energy. Next is a dime, you know, a quarter, then you hit that dollar. So, you know, as more news hits the tape, there's going to be a lot more excitement and a lot more new guys coming into the stock. couple of things that we really like about 88 Energy. This was last month, March 15th. There was 176 million shares short. We think that number is much, much higher right now. So I think we got a major potential for a short squeeze. We've seen what happened with GameStop, AMC, COS. Humble was a short squeeze. So, you want the shorts in there. This is good for us. There's nothing that we love more than seeing the shorts getting squeezed and getting their ass handed to them. And we think 88 Energy is a prime short squeeze candidate. Overall, we think this is one of the best bets for investors, right now on the OTC markets. It is a tough time in general. We're seeing some bounces. ALPP has bounced off the $3. CYDY off the 2. ENZC has been was a runner last year. We caught that move, but it's been a disappointment the last 2 months. GTVH has been running. We talked about that last week. Humble bounced off the $3 again. We like that one still. MCOA and MJNA are making a move on the news out of New York, legalizing recreational cannabis use. There's also talk about Schumer moving forward on the MORE Act, which will open up the banking and U.S. stock exchange listings for domestic companies. Right now, the major multi-state operators like Green Thumb, TerraSend, they have to list on the OTC. If the MORE Act passes, then they can uplist to NASDAQ or NYSE. So that's why we're seeing some buying coming into the cannabis space. But if you're just looking for, I think potential-wise, 88 Energy has one of the biggest potential out there. It's a fresh play. Even getting in here, you're still on the early stages. Look what Humble did last year. It was just at 5 cents back in November, ran to all the way $7-8. So we could easily see this happening with 88 Energy if the drilling results are positive, which we are anticipating that they will be positive. We think next week some news will be dropping. We'll be covering that for our subscribers, so make sure you are signed up. We also looking for fresh plays, because right now this is where you want to be. You want to be in these fresh plays. Yes, the old runners look to buy the dips, but certain plays you don't want to keep buying the dips. Tell that to guys in ENZC that have kept buying the dip. They're hurting right now. So right now, I think the best bet is fresh plays. As I've said, in my videos, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but, we really recommend diversification. Invest across 10 or 20, penny stocks. That means if you have a portfolio of 10 grand, you're putting in 200, starting with say 250 in each play, going up to maybe 500, $1,000 if you really like it. But don't get in too heavy. You want to be diversified. That really is what allows me to sleep at night, being diversified. I don't sweat the intraday moves. I know my portfolio's in a sound spot, and you're going to get some runners, you're going to get some losers, but all it takes is one Humble, one 88 Energy, one ALPP, one ABML, and you've crushed the indices. So those big winners, they more than make up for any losers that you have in your portfolio. So that's why it's very important. Don't get discouraged in these down markets. We've seen these bear markets before. They can turn on a dime. It definitely last week was I consider last week a positive. Things are starting to bounce. It looks like the selling pressure is starting to subside, and that is indeed a positive. So there's always opportunities, so that's why it's very important to, make sure you are signed up at signup.insiderfinancial.com to get the first look at stocks we're going to be covering before our regular readers. With that being said, I want to wish everyone a wonderful Easter weekend. It's amazing how fast the time is flying. It's already Easter. Before we know it, it'll be Memorial Day, then July 4th, then Labor Day, then Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's crazy how fast time is going, but best thing we can do is take advantage of opportunities while we're here, do everything that we can, do our homework, learn to earn. There's a lot of opportunities, but again, it's all up to you, so you got to put in the time, you got to do the homework, and also listen to your gut. Do what allows you to sleep best at night. Don't get caught up in this diamond hands, paper hands BS. It's your job to put food on the table for your family. That's who you're answerable to. You're not answerable to social media. So don't let that social media peer pressure get you sucked in. And with that being said, again, enjoy the long weekend. I'll be coming live to you tomorrow with another video, doing a recap of the week and the upcoming outlook. But I wanted to get this one out on 88 Energy because I think this is definitely a one that you want to have in your portfolio. Do your homework. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. We like it. But do your own homework and make your own decision. So all I can do is give you my research, and then you take it from there. But want to wish everyone the best of luck. Let's have a wonderful and big trading week. Let's crush the markets, and be coming live to you tomorrow with a new video. Thank you, everyone. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.